And I'm tired of this motherfucker and his low effort, bitch made content flying across people's feeds at all. These motherfuckers picked the wrong one to fuck with. And let me tell you, I am not the one. I am not the motherfucking one. You thought I was deranged before? Just wait. Because it's about to get a whole lot more intense.
These eyes do not see what you and I see. Behind these eyes one finds only blackness, the absence of light. These are the eyes of a psychopath.
Okay, there's this guy named Jeremiah Harding. He followed me for years, like a decade, and we were friends until I insulted his cooking online. What happened was I made fun of his chili dogs, and then ever since, he's been unhinged after me. I left him alone for years, and then he started stalking me on Discord. He's been following every server I've been going in, and he would just sit there on his sock account, just stalk me. Found out I was making a video game, asked for a key using a sock account, so I didn't know who he was. Played my game, posted a review, not about the game itself, but more about our beef. And he disguised it as like a real review, but it was clear as day that he didn't play the game. He said he played it for 11 minutes, Steam said. And so he didn't really actually play the game. He was just reviewing, the content creator instead of the content. If it was just him review bombing the game himself, it would be fine. But he review bombed the game with his entire audience. He told them to review this dog shit and link to the game directly so they could leave a review bomb in like seconds. Pretty fucked up. I mean, I did nothing to deserve that. And then on top of that, he doxed me. And so I decided to respond to him by putting him in my game, which was, I think, a hilarious comeback. He's obsessed with Sonic and looks like Charles Manson, so I put the two together and made his character. Oh, by the way, if you need more proof that he doxed me, YouTube removed his video and striked his account for doxing me. So even though he denies doxing me, he did. And he knows he did. Look at these low-key threats. He states that he has nothing to lose. And you shouldn't fuck with him because he knows how to get his hands dirty. Whatever that means. Then he posts all these schizo videos. Again, like I said, his timeline's filled with them. He posts one like almost every hour. And it's been like this for 3 weeks. Check this out. Here's some of them.
It's fucking sunset. How orange everything is. How orange everything is. Orange and green and yellow.
Little bro's first time outside.
Imagine being inside right now, angry that somebody is negatively reviewing your fucking video game.
It's funny, while he was outside having a complete meltdown about me posting about him on social media after all the horrible things he did to me for no reason, out of the blue when I ignored him for years, he sits there and complains about me being inside. What was I doing inside? Oh, yeah, watching Breaking Bad with my son, not thinking about him. But he was outside thinking about me, posting about me, saying I'm obsessing about him when when he's not even on my fucking mind.
Man, I could be making that shit decision.
You could be making that decision? What? Getting upset that somebody review bombs your game, tells his audience of 15,000 people to review bomb your game, and they do? Yeah, well, that's never going to happen to you, Jeremiah, because you don't know how to make a video game. You don't know the first thing about video game creation. All you know how to do is bitch about a video game and tell your audience to review bomb it because you don't know how to create nothing yourself. You've never created anything. All you do is sit there and tear down others for creating. The point is, it's a lot easier to bitch about a game, Jeremiah, than it is to create one. You sit there and act all high and mighty because you can bitch about a game, but I don't see you making one. Why don't you make one? That would be the ultimate own. Make a better game. Make Jeremiah Harding versus Dapper Man. and beat my ass in the game where you just beat a bunch of Mr. Dappertons uh, in the game in every level, and you have to just beat them up. And you won't do that because you can't. You don't know how to make a game. You don't know the first thing about video game creation. All you know how to do is bitch, because that's all you are, is a bitch. Now, the next video, Jeremiah Harding flashes a tweet up on screen. Please pause it and read it. Notice it's not by me, and nobody is threatening to dox him in that image. But he sits there and claims that we tried to dox him, tried to dox him. He actually doxed me, and he's sitting here bitching about someone making a comment that doesn't even look like they're trying to dox him, but he's pretending we doxed him now, and he's just as a victim as we are. No, he's sitting there actually doxing us, and he's just making shit up about being doxed. This guy is such a fucking pathological liar.
I like the not so subtle implication that you're gonna try to dox me or cancel me in some way that's gonna lose me my job.
Okay, for one, again, that's not me tweeting. That's not my tweet. And when did we ever say anything about you losing your job or trying to take your job away? Why would we do that? We're not you, my guy. We don't dox people like you do. We don't do gay ops and raid people and tell people to report tweets, tell people to report accounts, tell people to get people fired from their job. That's stuff you do. Making sock accounts and stalking people for years, review bombing their game, telling their massive audience to review bomb their game. That's stuff you do, my guy. That's not stuff we do. But you play the victim after you do all that shit. That's crazy, dude.
It's fucking hilarious because, like, my employer would laugh at you real fucking hard if you tried that shit. He doesn't give a fuck about some midlife crisis video game put out by a self-insert angry at some fucking furries online. He doesn't fucking give a shit about you. This is the real world. Look. This is the real fucking world here. They don't give a fuck about you.
Dude, you're forgetting I'm the one with friends, family, a job, a car, and a life. You're the one who's sitting there for weeks, literally weeks, posting videos about me every hour. And you're sitting here saying I'm obsessing over you. Dude, like I said, I was sitting here watching Breaking Bad all night. And I come and look at your Facebook timeline, and you posted like 5 videos about me. Who's obsessing over who, man? I mean, get real.
So it's not that I don't care about potentially losing my job, it's that I won't. You tell him that, like, people are trying to... people are angry at my fucking video game review or any number of other things. He knows I'm an anarchist conspiracy theorist. He knows, like, a lot of shit because I'm open about that with people. And he still hires me. You can't fucking beat me. That's what's great. Like, you really think, like, you've got all this fucking, like, power or whatever because your social circles online suck your cock. But it doesn't matter in the real world. What matters is, look at these fucking trees. That sunset. I get to look at this while I walk home.
Why not drive home? Oh yeah, because you don't have a car. You, like you said yourself, you have nothing to lose because you have gained nothing in your life. You probably live at home with your mom, but she wasn't able to drive you home from work today. So now you got to walk home. Now you're acting like it's a good thing. It's like it's a positive thing that you got to walk home. Walk your bitch ass home. Yeah, it's true. I got a good situation going on here and you don't. You got nothing to lose and I got stuff to lose. That's true. Sucks when we got a self-admitted lunatic loser trying to take away everything we've earned and created because he's ass mad we have a good situation. Like cars, good jobs, family, friends, and respect. And he's wasted 15 years on YouTube trying to build a channel and a career where he gets under 100 views a video and no respect from anybody besides other terminally online people. So what does he do? He tries his best to kamikaze his life and destroying what we built. Because again, he's a loser who created nothing. Same thing with the game. It's a nice analogy. I built something, he's clearly jealous of it, so he's trying to destroy it.
Knowing that I'm going to blast the shit out of this fucking video game, and I'm going to enjoy it doing it. Because the person in question is a fascist bully who has no problem celebrating murder, torture, and a bunch of other shit as long as it gets his jollies.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that he's slandering me as a fascist now because I made a song about Pinochet throwing commies out of helicopters. You know, the meme. It's a joke. Yeah, I know he really did kill commies and stuff, but it's just a meme. It's a joke. I've been making videos about the non-aggression principle and not hurting others for the last decade, over a decade. Obviously, I don't really believe Pinochet was a good person. He was obviously a piece of shit, but I make memes about it because it's funny. That's it. That's the extent of it. But now he's trying to pretend that I actually have these views, that I'm alt-right now, and that I really want to hurt commies. I don't. He's a fucking liar.
Anybody who doesn't like that I'm going against him can go fuck themselves. They would never have been allies of unity to begin with.
Yeah, that's funny. Jeremiah always does this. Here's a post that really sums it up for you. Jeremiah Harding will be like, yeah, there's no political solution, grifter. Real change is going to be brought out by an alliance of different schools of anarchism doing direct action. Then instead of doing that, he's on day 1002 of beefing with a guy who insulted his chili dog. And that's absolutely true. I have a sneaking suspicion that this beef is just starting. Like, he's just warming up. So if you want to follow him and find out what he's saying online, his Twitter is @InsanityIsFree. Check it out. Go to his Twitter right now. It's linked in the description box. And just follow him and know what this motherfucker's doing to me. And just call him out for, doxing me and all these horrible things he's doing to me. This has got to stop. The only way it'll ever stop is if people start ridiculing him.
Y'all fucking losers really gotta pick a lane. Like, am I like a terminally online fucking like mama's basement person somehow, even though I'm 2 states away? Or are all my picks outside? Like, which one is it? Oh, right, yeah, I spend more time outside than you do. Because you're a shut-in. You're a fucking loser. And you think you're awesome because your stupid clique likes you. But nobody, and I mean nobody, like, in the real world gives a shit. And it's fucking hilarious to watch you flab around in your midlife crisis over a fucking video game review. I'm gonna fucking sleep well tonight.